everyone. I say that respectfully.
No, even Shay thought we got done it. My conscience is not by us. Okay.
It's not. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I actually hope all is well in your end. And I actually hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions.
Even Shay thought me. I'm sweating and stuff like crazy. Oh my gosh.
Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones, never give up on yourself when someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. Or they said that you didn't have potential. Or they blackmailed you against you when you never had malicious intentions. The energy is different. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. It's not. Sugarcoating your feelings.
Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? No, even Shay thought we got done it. Hey, baby.
The energy is different. You couldn't sugarcoat the fact that you was worthy. Understanding your faith while you stand before yourself today. Understanding that unconditional love is different. They can't relate to their vocabulary at the end. They just stay in their lane. They got antagonized with those spoke right to left. All because you believe in the faith they couldn't relate to was gone within. Being authentic, actually having potential at the end of the day. You was never part of someone's competition when you actually understood your worth. Understanding that confidence is different. You are beautiful, you are handsome. They didn't know how to respect you, let them pour into you. They wanted to shortchange you a vision that God allowed you to see. That balance hits different.
I matter, I'm worthy, I didn't dim my light. I matter, I'm worthy, I didn't dim my light.
When God brings you balance, acknowledge your worth. How God made your day more bright when they least expected to disturb your peace. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted you to get out of character. They didn't want you to maintain a smile to fix your crime, but God allows you to see why and how. They wanted you to frown so bad to go within, but God allowed you to see why you wasn't a crash out another chapter when it comes to your existence. You may not make sense to the average person, but you didn't have hate and animosity within you when it comes to hold on 1 second, weather in the storm they come relate to, confidence. Regardless if it came from poverty and pain, that elevation actually hits different, going within. Folks will never be able to walk a day in your shoes. They could sit there and take notes all day long, but they will still be so confused. How do you choose yourself? How you gonna get discouraged when folks are throwing sport at you right to left? They project you to be a non-existent, but God made you see why you was truly irrelevant. The energy is different. Healing childhood trauma going into your adulthood, it's not a walk in the park. I say that respectfully. Weather in the storm they can't relate to was never for likes, views, or cloud chasing or fame. At the end, they understand your reflection gone with them. You could disturb the mindset of someone that can't even understand their own reflection because they wearing a mask, but they got ill intentions to project pain on you, but true love can truly last. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I say that respectfully. And I'm nice and respect. Even when you get lost in your words, the average person, the normal person, right? The typical norm nowadays will say that you stupid, you're slow, you're retarded. But you are worthy to somebody. You are respected by somebody. You have good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. That abusive relationship allowed you to feel that, hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to lose myself another day. That verbal abuse, that emotional abuse, truly allowed you to feel like, hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to lose my vision. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it comes to healing trauma and pain. You knew how to respect someone when they even know how to weather their own storm. Only because you still had that beautiful heart to realize, hold on 1 second, God was still protecting you from another chapter. God was still protecting you for another chapter. It was never for likes and views or cloud chasing. That energy is different. That God didn't make a mistake, but God allows you to see your intuition. When you least expected, you was praying. You didn't even understand how to pray, but you went within. That testimony hits different. God was never for sale when you was keeping it real. We may not pray and say, but I ain't got hate in my vein. I know how to respect my neighbor. Even days when you feel mentally ill. You know, not just mentally ill. You don't feel like yourself. You don't know if you coming or going to keep it real. You don't even know how to look in the mirror to actually weather your own storm. Only was the home 1 second you was trying to do yourself wrong. You had folks misleading you, misguiding you, saying that they was pouring into you, only reject you, to disrespect you out loud. They couldn't even keep it real to maintain your smile. They wanted to discourage you. Only was the home 1 second you wasn't trying to wild out. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Because you know when authentic people walk into your life, they want you to maintain a smile. They want you to fix your crown. They will even show you how. It was never competition. I say that respectfully. When you got the right people at your table, they will show you, hold on 1 second, that you are worthy. It would never be for likes, if you was a cloud chasing or fame. They ain't got an energy harvest off your energy because you wasn't the mistake. You understood that last chapter, end of the day. That childhood trauma is real and someone was only keeping it real. When it came to your adulthood, that hold on 1 second, someone was immensely, physically, emotionally abusing you. Another day got you feeling so confused. Nah, that right person that walked into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. It was never for cloud chasing. We ain't the same. Whether in the storm you least expected, how God will pour into you in the most healthiest way. You may not feel like God is working in your favor right now, but God wasn't trying to show you to wild out. They would never understand how. They was throwing chaos and confusion, spelling right to left. They wanted you to be a crash out. They wanted you to become your worst enemy at the end of the day. But who would have known God brought you balance? You know how it feels to be homeless. You know how it feels to start all over. You know how it feels to be on that empty stomach, nothing in your food, no food in your fridge. Folks, someone they gonna hold you down, they gonna keep it real. But they was doing things for likes, if you was a cloud chasing along with fame, just to discourage you, to ruin your reputation. But hold on 1 second, you was holding on to that well because God was guiding you, not misleading another day. When folks forgot to keep it real. They just wanted to know what you had going on when you was weathering the storm, to laugh at your pain. But it wasn't an even exchange because God allowed you to see why you walked away. And all that jealousy and hate and envy wasn't in your vein. You ain't have to go tick for tack with somebody that know how to respect you at the end of the day. That energy is different. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, no misintentions, and God was never for sale on your soul. That energy is different. It was never competition when it came to your neighbor, when it comes to your reflection. You knew how to respect your neighbor even when they couldn't weather a storm. Only was the homeowner said you didn't have to do the wrong besides stay in your lane. We ain't the same, neighbor. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Don't dim you like neighbor, neighbor. You matter, you're worthy. Neighbor, 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 far from a hater. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not using respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. I like to talk about love. Not ever change on me. I do. I probably do. What's up, butterfly? What I start? Not only that you was just flying, you was blossoming at the end of the day. You overcame that trial and tribulation when you least expected, almost lost yourself, only to rest the home in 1 second. You can feel. You felt numb once upon a time in your journey, wearing a mask for so long, only to rest the home in 1 second. Pain didn't last long. When folks was doing you wrong, they was sugarcoating how they was showing up for you. But you never switched up because you was truly being truthful. You know, pouring into someone's cup, but they were shortchanging you, mentally, physically, emotionally abusing you. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too. It doesn't matter. The subject of your story at the end of the day when it comes to your journey, how folks was doing you wrong, throwing spark right to left, hiding behind it, because they had ill intentions. You didn't have to dibble and dabble with that type of stuff because you was really keeping it real. You didn't even know how to blossom. You was being pointed in the wrong direction. Only understand confidence. Allowing yourself to feel. Allowing yourself to realize that you are beautiful. You are handsome. The beauty always lies within. Because having a heart at the end of the day, they will never understand your intuitions. You know, even when they projected a hate train on you. Regardless who they know how to love you, respect you, protect you. One thing that you never stopped doing was having a beautiful heart. Pouring into folks at the end of the day. Now you pouring into you, not to reject yourself another day. That energy is different. You know when you blossoming. Folks swear that you acting funny, but that was never the case because you wasn't trying to catch a case. They would never understand how you weather a storm. I may not make sense to the average person. But hey, butterfly, you almost got lost in your words that chapter. But only to realize the whole in 1 second. I'm worthy. I love me. I choose me. Yeah, they gave up on me, overlooked me. I didn't know how to believe in faith, but allowed me to see. Because God allowed me to feel. It was okay to keep it real. Walking away, not from self. Walking away, allowed me to heal. Walking away, allowed me to blossom. Who would have knew? God allowed me to see another day. I'm not a GM. I'm respecting my content is not for everyone. You know, we may not pray the same, but I'm far from a hater, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. You know, Butterfly, they said that you didn't have potential. They try to blackmail you, shadow ban you, take credit for your creativity, but God allowed you to see. While God continued to elevate you, it was never for likes and music cloud chasing. Even when folks had your devices, the gang stalking was real. How your next door neighbor was telling you every move. Then man, they tax bracket. Never not one time that you had to say somebody's name, but goddamn, when you did, you was only keeping it real. It be trying to throw for me. How folks projected you to be mentally ill. They said you was unstable, but you was just keeping it real. Until the right people truly poured into you to show up for you, to show you that you was worthy, not to overlook you. And you was far from bugging when they said that you was wilding out, or because you're speaking up for yourself, and you was far from mentally ill. Continue to blossom. You know, gang stalking is real until it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And I say that respectfully. It's not. Loving yourself is not a crime. Gang stalking is real until it's your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. When God sends the right people into your life, it was never for likes and views or cloud chasing. That maturity is different. That grown man, that grown woman, regardless they came from poverty and pain, they was acting their body with the shoe size. The elevation is different, regardless they still weathering their own storm when it comes to charm and pain healing. They knew how to respect you. They didn't look at you like competition. They didn't have a hate train towards you. They wasn't trying to dim you like to have a discouragement moment with you. Because they wanted you to become your best self vision of yourself. That elevation is different. We all not the same, but I know I respect my neighbor with no misintention. I ain't got hate in my vein. Folks be talking about jealousy all day long, but they in the background trying to dim certain folks' likes because of their tax bracket with their bad habits. You had so much excuse, but you love yourself. But you forgot to heal the better yourself. Looking at someone like competition when they was never part of your race. So they slow, stupid, and retarded, but you taking notes. You so inspired, but you couldn't put respect on someone's name. Last I checked, being authentic wasn't a crime. You forgot to understand your intuition, stay in your lane.
Don't have to check on me. I gotta go. Always be yourself and no molestation. Don't for real, for real. Be yourself. Be yourself. Don't tell me your life.
I'm not your genuine love inspired. And my content is not for everyone. Have a safe year, day, even, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones, never give up on yourself because someone gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. They didn't know how to pour into you. They didn't know how to respect you, love you, or protect you. But you are worthy of the right community showing up for you. You are worthy of the right people actually respecting you. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. I say respectfully. And especially when you're not trying to hurt yourself or others around you. It's some people that took with their eyebrows. It's some people that took with their hands, but they wasn't trying to wild out.
No, that's the trade on me. Wasn't. No, you wasn't.
Everybody's walk of life is the same. I know how to respect my neighbor, even when they're dealing with pain. We live in a world with different personalities. That energy is different. How folks will try to project the monster that you got mental health problems, all because you knew how to weather that storm at the end of the day when they wanted to do you wrong and behind closed doors, the line your name when it wasn't the issue. How this type of stuff actually happens. How someone will project a hate train towards you, all because you were standing up for you. Or someone will try to discourage you and paint you out to be something that you're truly not. All because they lack self-control when it comes to discipline. It doesn't matter if it's a man or female, how individuals have the mindset of having jealousy and envy within them, and they wear masks so well. Like, no, I'm part of the community. I'm part of the community. I wouldn't do such a thing.
You're lying, son of a bitch. First of all, you're lying. You're pick and choosing. You goddamn want to bully. Goddamn it.
How this type of stuff actually happens every single day. And I say that respectfully. It doesn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and God was never for sale. And my soul was never for sale, and I say that respectfully, we ain't the same. I know I respect my neighbor, even when you don't know how to weather your own storm. Have a safe year, day, evening, weekend, humanity worthy. I would never hurt myself. Today is currently July 13th, 2025. Peace and respect, some respect, your neighbors, otherwise, humanity worthy, don't dim your light. Go, you neighbor, neighbor, don't dim your light. No, I'm the trade, don't be goddamn. Don't dim your light, neighbor. Be yourself with no maleficent sense. I gotta go. Always be yourself. I'm far from a hater, I'm far from a copycat. Folks allowing your name talking about you stole a swag, but that was God's for his whole entire time when he was taking notes. They was hiding behind fake pages, hiding behind this, hiding behind spell work, projecting on an innocent person who truly had good intentions, actually had the mindset of better than themselves. They didn't want you to elevate faster because they looked at you like competition. They projected a hate train, holding on the hold on 1 second. God didn't make a mistake because God allowed you to feel it. Hold on 1 second, keeping it real. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. When someone tries to blackmail you against you, they never have malicious intentions. One thing I don't run from, he says, she said, I know how to repeat what I said that day. Regards to your tags, and I said that respectfully. I don't live in fear. I walk alone when you come in these streets. I ain't got beef at the end of the day, but folks made me their enemy. It was one-sided when it came to their pain, telling all these lies with their bad habits at the end of the day. I understood maturity, the energy is different. Understanding why I outgrew my old habits at the end of the day. I don't use God for manipulation, I say that respectfully. We ain't the same, regardless you trying to blackmail me. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. Regardless to what next door neighbor, any tax brackets trying to say they took my I took their creativity and I made it my own, or whatever the case may be, or whatever the hell it is. When it comes to my creativity, it comes from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, and I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real. Folks will hack your devices to blackmail you against you, paint you out to be a criminal at the end of the day, to paint you out to be mentally ill, but they forgot to keep it real. And one thing that you never had to do is run from your past. We ain't the same. The energy is different when it comes to hold on 1 second. It was never competition, neighbor. When you came to your hate train, it's a train of thought for me how an individual will blackmail you against you, put you part of a contract that you was never part of, or make money off for you at the end. They will never put respect on your name, make sure that you good at the end of the day. They will hide behind spell work, saying that you big man, but you was far from that, far from mentally ill. You know, God says everything, and I say that respectfully. When you fall from a hater, this type of stuff actually happens to innocent people every single day. And no, it's not okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Being authentic is not a crime. It's not. I'm not agent of respect, and I'm far from a hater. Peace and respect, some respect, your neighbor, stop the voice, humanity, whether don't dim your light, go, you neighbor, don't dim your light. How individuals be so inspired by you, they will watch every move, even have individuals air hustling on your every move. Gang stalking was real. And they projected to be mentally ill.
No, it's the Jacob. It's that part. I still can't figure out. Hello, are you okay? It's Jacob B. Doctor! You got a picture coming?
And damn sure ain't me. It's train of thought for me. How folks will want to seek revenge, all because you speak up for yourself when they said that you was mentally unstable. Because they would decide to take your kindness or weakness, and they thought at the end of the day, the disrespect was loud, and you ain't gonna say nothing, but they would never understand how God was showing you why you was weathering that storm and stand up for yourself in the most healthiest way. When God wasn't misleading you, even when they tried to project a hate train, they was even in the background having you, shadow ban, gang stalking you, even trying to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially, and they said that nobody's going to hear you. I'm not agent of respect, and I would never hurt myself, and I say respectfully. Gang stalking is real. Just because it's not happening in your household, someone is not doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. We all ain't the same. Always be yourself. Peace and respect, some respect, your neighbor, stop the voice, you made it whether don't dim your light, go, you neighbor, don't dim your light. You said that you at peace with yourself, that you shadow banning somebody. You so at peace with yourself, but you trying to rob somebody mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. It'd be the train of thought for me. Stay in your lane, neighbor. My content is not for everybody. No mother or father or someone's loved one should have to lose a loved one mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, even emotionally, because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. Didn't matter your tax bracket, let alone your upbringing, if you came from poverty or pain or not, stay in your lane. You don't have the fact that the way someone carries themselves, they ain't got malicious intentions towards you. They're not trying to hurt themselves or others around them. It's a train of thought for me how people pick and choose who they want to bully. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I work alone when it comes to my creativity, regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself and no intentions. I'm Naya, genuine respect. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Hey, I got it. Go.